future of space exploration is more exciting than ever before. From missions to the Moon and Mars, to exploring the most distant parts of our solar system, there are some seriously cool space missions on the horizon. Today, we're diving into the most epic space missions coming soon. Buckle up, because these journeys are going to take us farther and deeper into the cosmos than ever before. 1. NASA's Artemis program. Return to the Moon full moon rocket. Let's kick things off with one of the most highly anticipated space missions of the next decade, NASA's Artemis program. Named after the twin sister of Apollo, Artemis aims to return humans to the Moon for the first time since the Apollo missions of the 1970s. But this isn't just about a quick visit. This time, we're going to the Moon to stay. Milky Way Artemis I, which launched in 2022, was an uncrewed test flight of the Space Launch System, SLS, the most powerful rocket NASA has ever built, along with the Orion spacecraft. This mission successfully tested key systems and set the stage for Artemis II, scheduled for 2024, which will send astronauts around the Moon. Adult rocket, the real game-changer, comes with Artemis III, slated for 2025. This mission will land the first woman and the next man on the Moon's South Pole, an area we've never explored before. The goal is to establish a sustainable human presence on the Moon by the end of the decade, which will serve as a stepping stone for even more ambitious missions, like Mars. 2. Mars Sample Return Mission, bringing pieces of Mars to Earth new Moon test tube. Next up, we have the Mars Sample Return Mission, a collaboration between NASA and the European Space Agency, ESA. This is one of the most ambitious missions to Mars yet, and it's a big deal for planetary science. Rocket, the plan involves multiple missions. First, Perseverance will cache the samples in tubes, which will later be retrieved by a Mars lander equipped with a small rover. Once collected, the samples will be launched into Mars orbit and picked up by a return spacecraft, which will bring them safely back to Earth. If all goes according to plan, we could have Martian soil and rock samples on Earth by the early 2030s. 3. James Webb Space Telescope. Exploring the distant universe telescope sparkles. While not a mission in the traditional sense, we can't talk about space exploration without mentioning the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST. Launched in 2021, JWST is already changing the game when it comes to observing the universe. This space telescope is designed to peer farther into space than ever before, unlocking mysteries of the early universe. 4. Europa Clipper. Searching for life in the icy moons of Jupiter Ice Cube globe showing Europe-Africa. One of the most intriguing space missions on the horizon is NASA's Europa Clipper mission, set to launch in 2024. The goal? To explore Europa, one of Jupiter's icy moons, which scientists believe could harbor conditions suitable for life. Waterwave Europa has a thick ice shell, but beneath that ice is a vast, global ocean. This ocean might have all the ingredients necessary for life, including water, chemical building blocks, and energy sources. Europa Clipper will orbit Jupiter and make multiple close flybys of Europa, using a suite of instruments to study its ice shell and search for potential water plumes erupting from the surface. 5. Dragonfly Mission to Titan. A drone exploring Saturn's moon flying saucer full moon. Speaking of exploring moons, NASA's Dragonfly mission is another upcoming mission that's generating a lot of excitement. Scheduled to launch in 2027, Dragonfly will send a rotorcraft, essentially a drone, to Titan, Saturn's largest moon. Milky Way. Why Titan? This fascinating moon has a thick atmosphere, rivers, lakes, and seas, but instead of water, they're filled with liquid methane and ethane. Titan's surface also has complex organic molecules, the building blocks of life. Scientists believe Titan could have the conditions to support some form of life, either on its surface or in a subsurface ocean. Helicopter Dragonfly will fly across Titan's surface, analyzing its composition and searching for signs of prebiotic chemistry, the processes that can lead to the formation of life. It will give us a completely new perspective on this alien world, and it might help us understand how life could emerge in environments vastly different from Earth's. 6. Psyche Mission. Exploring a metallic asteroid New Moon Nut and Bolt. Another fascinating mission is NASA's Psyche mission, set to launch in 2024. This mission will visit a unique object in the asteroid belt, a metallic asteroid named Psyche, which is thought to be the exposed core of a protoplanet, a building block of a planet. This makes it a perfect target for studying planetary cores, which are normally hidden deep inside planets like Earth. By studying Psyche, we can learn more about how planets form and what lies beneath their surfaces. New Moon Psyche is thought to be a leftover piece of a protoplanet that never fully formed. Exploring it could give us a unique glimpse into the violent collisions and processes that shaped the early solar system. 7. The Breakthrough Starshot Initiative. Reaching another star, flying saucer, glowing star. Now let's talk about one of the most futuristic and ambitious space projects out there, the Breakthrough Starshot Initiative. Although Alpha Centauri is over 4 light-years away, this mission could bring us one step closer to interstellar exploration. Lightbulb, the idea is to use powerful lasers to propel small, lightweight spacecraft, called starships, to a significant fraction of the speed of light. If successful, these spacecraft could reach Alpha Centauri in about 20 years, sending back data about the planets in that star system. Milky Way Breakthrough Starshot is still in the early stages, but if it works, it will be the first time humanity sends a mission beyond our solar system. Imagine getting close-up images and data from a planet around another star. This project could redefine our understanding of space travel and what's possible in the future. 8. Space tourism. The next frontier for private companies, airplane departure, globe showing Europe, Africa. Last but not least, let's talk about space tourism, which is no longer science fiction but a reality in the making. Companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic are working hard to make space travel accessible to private citizens, not just professional astronauts. Man-astronaut SpaceX's Starship is being developed for missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond, but it's also expected to carry paying passengers into space. Blue Origin has already sent tourists to the edge of space with its New Shepard rocket, and Virgin Galactic offers suborbital flights aboard its spaceplane. Milky Way space tourism will open up a whole new frontier, allowing more people than ever before to experience space firsthand. While we're still in the early stages, these missions are paving the way for a future where space travel could become as common as air travel. Conclusion. The future of space exploration, Milky Way sparkles. The coolest space missions coming soon are pushing the boundaries of what we know and what we're capable of as a species. From returning to the Moon, to sending drones to distant moons, to exploring the possibility of life on Europa and Titan, and even dreaming of interstellar travel, the future of space exploration is brighter than ever. Rocket, as we embark on these missions, will unlock new discoveries, solve old mysteries, and maybe even answer the biggest question of all. Are we alone in the universe? The possibilities are endless, and we're just getting started.